My name is Lorainne, and with my last pregnancy, I was 31 years old when I gave birth to Emil. I wanted an all-natural birth for my third son because I had had bad experiences with epidurals for my previous 2 births, and so that's what I did. With my second pregnancy, I had an epidural. I think I waited too long to get the epidural, but in any case, I probably wouldn't have needed it knowing what I know now. The epidural hurt. The epidural hurt more than the contractions hurt. I was moving a bit because I was so far progressed into labor, and I was hunched over as he gave me the epidural, and I think because I might have moved, he nicked my dura, which caused my spinal fluid to leak. I didn't know it while I was still in labor. I found out later. What happened when he nicked my dura is some of the medicine that they had put in to numb me with the epidural went to my brain, and I fell asleep several times. I don't know if it was asleep or just completely blacked out. It was awful. And I kept telling the nurse and the doctor, I think I'm holding my breath. Am I falling asleep? And no one really knew what was happening. No one really even believed that there was a complication because of the epidural. It took a while to regain feeling to my legs, which is normal. I didn't notice any side effects immediately. It was a couple hours later that I got the spinal headache. I wasn't able to raise my head above my shoulders without feeling like someone was cutting through my skull with a saw. It was really bad. They gave me some caffeine pills, had me drink Coke, gave me an IV with fluids, but nothing really helped. I went home after a day and I couldn't raise my head, so I was crawling around on the ground trying to care for my son. I wanted a natural childbirth this time for many reasons. I thought it'd be beneficial to the baby. I didn't want an epidural. My mom had done it, so I figured I could do it. I prepared mentally, I guess I just knew that that's what I wanted. There really isn't any way you can prepare because you don't know until you're in that situation. But if that's what you really want, you try harder. That's what I did. I prepared my body. I came for massage to open up my ligaments and get everything positioned correctly. I got acupuncture to help soften my cervix, ripen my cervix, and progress my labor. They were able to get my contractions going 5 minutes apart the night before I had my son using the acupuncture. Oh, this labor was amazing. I had a doula, my husband was there, and my mom, and we walked. The whole labor was 6 hours from start to finish. The doula had a birthing ball, and that helped a lot to take the pressure off my perineum. She also used heat packs and visualization. Not having an epidural was great because I could get up and walk, which I hadn't been able to do with my previous 2 pregnancies, and that helped enormously just to keep my mind off of the pain and sort of just focus on other things. And it made it progress faster. My natural labor really wasn't that painful. It wasn't anything I couldn't handle. With an epidural, you're not as able to focus really because you're not sure what's happening, and without the epidural I was able to visualize a lot more the stage the baby was at, picturing my cervix opening. It wasn't that awful. Compared to the recovery time from the epidural, the pain of inserting the epidural, I can't even compare it. And after having him, the endorphins that I got were amazing, and the bonding with him was completely different. And I really wish I wouldn't have had any medication with my first 2 because I missed that bonding experience with them. And even now, I feel different. I was able to stand up right away, walk around, care for him. He was very alert and happy. He still is.